Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm hoping everyone's having a good day today. Other than that, we're gonna zoom on in and get the brows underway. So let me go ahead and start off by saying welcome to you newbies that stopped by. Okay, Miss Nate, definitely appreciate that. And excuse me, for you guys that are continuing to stop by to see what Miss Nate uploaded, I'm grateful to you as well. So don't you guys forget to hit that subscribe and like button at the bottom, and then that notification bell too as well. So, you guys can be notified whenever I upload a video. So, without further ado, guys, hey, this is a nice Sunday, chilly afternoon, breezy afternoon, fall afternoon, and I'm loving the weather, by the way. We're gonna go ahead and get started into this video. Okay, I've already. Let me go ahead and say this. I've already done my moisturizing and everything on my face and primed and everything. So I'm gonna jump right in and take care of the brows. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little closer um, so you can see me defining my brows and see how I do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is take my spoolie and I'm gonna brush my brow hair upward, and I'm gonna go ahead and define this underneath, and I'm using a light hand, as I say I do. And two, I want to keep you guys in the loop, in the know. For someone that's like myself with mature skin, what we don't want to do is pull and tag and taunt on the skin and stretch the skin unnecessarily. We want to use a light hand in everything. Now that I've defined under the brow area, I add a few strokes here in the front, literally, just a few, because we want to keep that brow looking as natural as possible. So I'm going to go back in with my spoolie, and I'm going to diffuse this product through my brow, because what we don't want is for it to look harsh or too deep in color. We don't want our brow to look like it's not in its natural state. Okay, so now that I've got that one, that brow out of the way, I'm gonna go in with some concealer. And what I like to do is take my concealer and I cover the whole eyelid. And it don't take much now, okay? Because I'm going to diffuse my hyperpigmentation on my eyelid. Um, and the other under eye as well. But I'm gonna add this concealer, and I'm also gonna define my brow with this very same concealer that I applied to my eyelid. And like I said, it don't take much. You don't want to be heavy-handed, with the concealer like that. So I'm gonna take one of my flat brushes, and I'm gonna take some of the concealer that I applied to my eyelid, and I'm gonna define the brow bone that I just did. I'm gonna brush the remaining of that I applied under my brow bone. As you can see me doing, I'm brushing it downward towards the eyelid where the rest of the concealer has been applied. And then I'm going to take my brush, just a random blending brush, and I'm going to distribute the rest of that concealer that I applied on my eyelid. I'm going to distribute the rest of that throughout the whole eyelid. And I'm going to apply that under the eye in my hyperpigment area, my dark circles. Now, as I said before, we don't want much. Okay, so I'm going to take my beauty blender, my Sonia Cashy beauty blender. And as you can see, I done already diffused a lot of the hyperpigmentation under the eye as well as the eyelid. As you can see, my left side of my face. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. Okay, we don't want to go heavily with the hand. Okay, everything is done lightly, especially around the eye. because after all, that is our most sensitive area. Now, as you can see, it's out that I've done diffused that concealer. Everything's looking nice. And I'm going to go in with just a little bit of setting powder, just a little, as you can see here. And I'm going to set this. And I'm also setting under the eye. Everywhere I apply the concealer is where you want to set. And as you see me going up under the brow bone as well. And we want to set our concealer because I'm going to be applying a couple eyeshadows. We want our eyeshadow to glide as smooth as possible. Now that I've set the under eye and the eyelid, you can really tell, she's ready to go. Okay, now you have took notice, I'm sure. You wondering why, Miss Nay, you didn't go over the top of your brow uh, with your brow pencil or concealer or whatever. Well, the reason why I don't bother to do that, and it's to your own, to everybody's preference, because everybody's preference is different. I allow my foundation, if I wear any, to do that, because a lot of times I don't even wear foundation, and the brow still looks good just the way it is. Okay, the main thing you need to focus on though when you're doing your brows is making sure your brows are cleaned up. Because the more cleaner you keep your brows, the more defined and natural looking they'll be when you do the technique I just showed you. Okay, as you can see. So I'm going to zoom back out and I'm going to go ahead and take care of this other brow area. And I'll be back to join you guys shortly. Okay, guys. Now, as you can see, both eyes are done with the brows. We done took care of the hyperpigment area. Now we getting ready to jump into this two shadow look I was referring to with you guys earlier. Um, like I said, it was just something that came to me, and I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get on up and come in here and see if I can pull this look off. I'm gonna go in with the Queen Eloise eyeshadow palette, and I received this in my boxy charm. Um, ain't been that long ago, as a matter of fact. And I've tried it, like I said before, and the colors are nice. They're really nice. But anyway, like I said again, this is just a look that only requires two shade colors. And we're going with, because like I said, we're going to keep it pretty simple. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my transition color. I'm going to go in with Kingdom. Okay, that'll be that third color at the top right there. So I'm going to use that as my transition color. So let's go ahead and dive on into this look. And like I said, these colors are pigment, so it don't take much, as you can see, very little on my brush. And I'm going to go ahead and sweep this into my transition area. And I'm lightly doing this because, as I said before, we don't want to pull and tug on the eye. Um, you know, because my I have hooded eyes, okay, and because over us aging, we want to take care or do better with our skin. So we don't want to do any pulling or tugging unnecessarily on the face, and especially around the eyes. So as you can see, using a very light hand across the transition area, right just barely above my crease area on my eye. Okay, I'm gonna dip into it just a little bit more because I think I want to deepen the color just a tad. Now that I got that where I want it to be, I'm gonna go in with another brush, flat fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go in with a pale shimmer color on the lid, and that's the look I was going for. So I'm gonna try this color at the bottom. It's called Monarch. Nice, pretty pink, shimmery color here. So we're gonna see what this look like on the eyelid. It's a pretty color, and I'm gonna just pat that into place. But even though we're going light with the eye color, It'll make the eye look stand out. Okay, my same blending brush I had before that I used for my transition color. I'm going to go over top of that shimmery look I just did on the lid, and I'm going to blend that in. Okay, just like that. I like that. Okay, okay, guys. So I done already prepped my lashes. While that's getting tacky, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna mix two of my foundation colors, and they both are by L'Oreal True Match. As you can see here, one is a little deeper red than the other. So I'm gonna mix them both, and hopefully I come up with the perfect shade. So while I'm mixing this, my lashes can become tacky like I need them to be. I got my little foundation plate here, just in case you guys wondering what that noise is. And I try to use very little because I'm not a big foundation wearer. So, but we're going to give it a whirl. It ain't going to hurt to try, right? So, I'm presuming our lashes should be ready to apply. Tacky enough to apply, right? So let's go ahead and apply these lashes. Guys, when I tell y'all lashes can make or break an eye look, make an eye look totally different. So let's go ahead and get into this foundation. Now, I had, as I already mentioned, mixed two of my foundation colors, and they both was by with L'Oreal. So I'm gonna use my trusty old beauty blender, and we're gonna stamp this into place. Like I got the color right. This may look like a little darker on camera, but I assure you guys, that she's the right color. I allow my foundation to take care of the top part of my brows, as you see here. And I don't apply a lot of foundation on the top part of my forehead because to me it's just unnecessary. I just make sure it's well blended with the rest of my face. But okay, I'm liking how she's looking. And we're going to go in with the same concealer that we used on our eyelid to define our brows as well. And don't worry, guys, I'm going to make sure everything I use is in the description box below. This is by Elf, by the way. And I think this shade is in warm tan. It'll be in the description box below. Okay, so I'm going to apply very little because I don't want the bright in your face under eye look. I want to brighten it, of course, but Miss Nay don't want it too bright. So as you can see, I'm putting my concealer, instead of directly up under the eye, I'm putting it actually like near right up right on the top of the cheekbone, if that makes any sense right here. And I'm gonna add very little on the bridge of the nose. That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna set this concealer into place up under the eye. And then I'm gonna take the tail end of my beauty blender that still had the foundation on it. And I'm going to blend out those rough edges underneath the edge of the concealer, where the concealer and the foundation meet. Now I don't want to drag my concealer too far down my face or in the jaw area or too further out. I just need to keep it centered right up under the eye. And again, I use the tail end that I had the foundation on to smooth out the edges. Now I'm gonna go in and take care of the bridge of the nose, and whatever's left on my sponge will go down here on my chin, as you can see. So I'm gonna go in once again in my trusty old Sacha Buttercup powder. Now I'm using very little powder, just like I did on my eyelids, to pat this into place because I don't want a lot of powder up under the eye to where it will cause a lot of creasing. Because as I said before, Miss Nay is dealing with mature skin, so I don't want to apply too much and it starts creasing under the eye. So I use very little powder on my sponge, and you want to pull that skin down. We make the craziest faces when we do our makeup, don't we? So as you pull your skin downward, that's when you set your concealer. And you don't want to be doing any patting that's too harsh. I'm still like using a light hand while I'm doing this because I want my makeup look as natural as possible, even on mature skin for us mature girls, okay, and guys. So now that we got that out of the way, we still have to go in and set the rest of our face. I'm gonna go in with my Milani, my Milani face powder. So let me grab that. Okay, guys. So I grab my old faithful Milani, and she's in the shade Warm 109. And I just grab a little bit of this, and I'm gonna brush this throughout my face. And this is what's gonna set the rest of that foundation. Okay. Now I'm gonna take a smaller blending brush, and I'm gonna go use the same Milani powder. I'm gonna go down the bridge on both sides of my nose. I'm not going to drastically define my nose. I just want to blend it in with the brow, just like that. We just wanted to see, I want to show that it has some structure on both sides of our nose like it's supposed to, without being going overboard. Now, my brow pencil of choice, boy, I don't know why I keep saying brow. My lip pencil of choice is from one of my local beauty supply stores, but you could use whatever lip liner that you may have. I don't overline my lips. I have a natural matte color, and I love matte lips. I just love matte lips. I like my glosses too, but this one is a natural matte color, and it's called brown sugar. And I got this too from one of my local hair stores here. So I'm just going to apply a shade of this. And I'm going to add a little bit of gloss on top of it, just a little. And this is, NYX Butter Gloss. Okay, guys, the only thing that's left to do, set my face. And I'm using my Smashbox Photo Finish Setting Spray. Okay, again, everything I used on my face will be listed in the description box below. And let's go ahead and get this face set. Now, as we all know, setting your face helps to rid of the powdery look in which we don't want. We do not want any powdery look. After I set, I tend to go in with my beauty blender and I pat that product into my skin. Okay, guys, Miss Nay is set, honey, and ready to go and take care of her day for the day. Now, let me say, it came out pretty good. I do like it. Simple eye look, simple brow, simple everything. Okay, and it didn't take me hardly no time to achieve this look. Now, once again, leave any comments that you guys may have down in the description box below. and tell me what you think. Let Miss Nay know what you think because maybe you got some ideas, on something that maybe I can use and try myself. We can all learn from each other. So don't you guys forget to hit that like and subscribe button down there and the notification bell because Miss Nay do want to make sure you guys are alerted whenever I upload a video. So until then, I bid you guys a good evening. Y'all enjoy your day. Stay safe out there. Wear your mask. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.